Hey DOT community, this is Zalan coming at you with a Sunday EU UK friendly live stream to finish out the Flayed one. This isn't exactly a Procrastination Nation stream for the simple fact that I am very close to getting to 2.5k souls, and also I'm at 1,960,000, very close to hitting 2 million VP, but I am going to be going to a party later today for my brother's 40th birthday, which happened this last Friday. So, of course, doing a live stream in the morning makes more sense, but also making sure that I have everything done also makes sense. To get it all done now, and then, of course, have the rest of the day to not worry about anything. So, still the last day, though. So, just the way I play. I don't usually finish right away unless for some reason there's something going on to the point where I can't play almost at all, which usually involves Princess Z. So, but here we go. Actually, you know what? Here, real quick at the beginning of the stream, we'll just check out the leaderboard to just also show how everybody is really just waiting for whatever's coming next. Tomorrow's blog post is going to be awesome, amazing. I don't know if I'll be doing a, well, tomorrow's going to be Conquest, too. We'll see. We'll see about a live stream and or video, or we'll see what happens. I know a lot of action is going to happen tomorrow on for DOT YouTubers, just because of that blog post. But at the same time, too, we're also going to have Conquest going on, so it's going to be double whammy for tomorrow. Plus the beginning of the season. Craziness. So, let's see who's all here. We got Austin Bird. What's going on? Shark. Rajib. Dewry. Thank you for joining. Yellow Umbrella. Hey, you watching the stream while working? Thank you. Appreciate that. Zaki. Thank you for joining. Hung Lee. Thank you for joining. Lex. Thanks for being here. Yes, so I hope I'm getting a few people that are not normally able to join the live streams, because this is what I enjoy about doing streams at different times of the day. So here we go with, look, how cool, what's going on? It's like, oh, maybe you realize it's not necessary to get 1 million? I'm glad, I really am. Because if the next alliance below you is, 120,000 souls behind you and doesn't seem to be, going too crazy, there's no reason to ramp up your souls to over 1 million. Save your money for Conquest the next week. Just do it. I mean, I know you're still going to spend it. That's fine, but let's put it towards something like that. All right. So anyway, but you see how the jump between first, second, and third place, and then as soon as you hit fourth and fifth, everything is almost down to 400k as soon as you exit the top 10, and almost under 300k when you exit the top 10. Really, lower top 10 is the low 300s. So that it is quite. And here we are, hammer at 255. But to get in top 50, there's war. To get in top 50, I mean, just 200k souls. Woo! But I'm not saying there's not plenty of people picking up Totec and doing this event. There are, because in each one of those alliances, there's most likely maybe a few players. Could be 5, could be 3, could be 8. You never know. That are actually completing the event, and then everybody else is doing more or less a soul minimum, which is the smart way to play, and that's how you completely divvy out the responsibility among your alliance members, which is great for everybody. So, but of course I'm going to be going over that soul minimum just because I got some portal stones. I'm just going to use I might just use the 100 pack of portal stones and save the other one for Conquest, because Conquest is when you got to make sure you raid as much as you possibly can, get as many rewards as possible, and enjoy the benefits of leveling up all your relics and titans a lot quicker just because of the triple battle drops. As soon as you get the one thing after Conquest though, as soon as I get done with all my relics and all my titans that I got from Conquest, I'm like, oh, that was good, but I want more. I want to get more triple battle drops. What's up, Bo? Thank you for joining. What's up, Silver? No Pisces. What's up, Frazier? What's up, Headbanger? Oh, Pisces, I only have 360 battles or something like that. I mean, I'll probably get over 425, we'll see. Today, I was surprised to see that Krathos is better than Totec in terms of Imperials. Oh, interesting, Monty. The new Krathos you're obviously referring to, because there's been a few. There has been a few. Salon, I have under 500 battles. You got a lame excuse. Lame excuse, Pisces. Well, I'm not going all VPPP. A lot of it is gold, too, because I'm just refreshing all my lands and stuff like that. So, whatever, Pisces. I play my game the way I want to. I stream the way I want to. We know there's a lot of that going around. So, remember, I know Pisces, and I mean, if it's going to be a, let's see who's better kind of contest, it doesn't have to be like that. Every time I get on your stream, Pisces, I don't say, hey, Pisces, why aren't you doing this and that, So, I could, though. We can do that, Pisces. If you want to do that, we can. We can have a lot of fun with that. But, otherwise, remember, everybody enjoys the game differently. Alright, so what's up, Salah? Of course, Pisces. Of course I know. That's why if I was going to take it super seriously, Pisces, we would have plenty of good words. But yeah. But it's good that Pisces says all that because it is true. That's pretty much how I do a lot of my grinding is I just go for straight gold all the time until I get max lands. Because I'm not capping anything. I mean, I can if I wanted to. If I absolutely wanted to on a regular basis, if I said, "Oh, you know what? I want to just get VP very fast and I can't do a lot of battles." Capping VP lands and bonus is going to get you the most maximum bang for your buck. Plus, also hitting some castles is also going to help out too. But at the same time, in the beginning of the season, it's not as viable. It's more about the capping the VP. But I don't do any of that because I'd rather when I'm grinding, like say for like during Conquest or this last week when you have solo events. Or when you have raid boss and stuff like that, or assault, then I find myself obviously doing those events and not actually doing much grinding. So there's a little difference in how much I get done on certain weeks. But when there's actually other things such as like a conquest event, I'll have probably close to three. I'm gonna say three, probably the amount of battles I have right now within the first 3 days, just because of how much I enjoy conquest. So, on a Conquest week, I'm probably going to say I'll get close to, especially with whatever the new event that's coming next week, probably get close to like 600 battles next week, if not more. Definitely. Easily. With regular work all week long. Just because whatever this new event that's going to be happening, I'm hoping it's something new to start off the Halloween season. Instead of like Reskilled Corruptor. I mean, I say it like it's a horribly bad thing. It's probably not for a lot of players. The only reason I say that is because I'm hoping to start off with something big, something cool, something new. But if they do go the route of a Reskilled Corruptor to start off the season, that's of course what happens when you do want to include Titans that they've had in the past, but also at the same time possibly release something new along with it. You never know. Maybe some new relics. Glad you did an early stream. I can't stay up late anymore. You're welcome, Salah. True. Where's the cool dude, Lord of the... Where's that cool dude, Lord of the Fly at? I don't know, Dan. Free to play DOT. Thanks for a nice afternoon stream in the UK. Keep up the good work, Z. No problem. I slack all season and then raid castles in last 3 days to keep up with the minimum. Boy, oh boy. Do I offend the whole server in last 3 days? Yeah, you never know. Y'all both have more VP than me. Oh, yeah, that's true, Bo. Because you play the new Eve Echoes game, which was very much along the lines of Second Galaxy, which I don't know how that game is still alive. I don't know how Second Galaxy is still alive with Eve Echoes kind of more or less taking over that market. I'm sure many players have come over. Like Bo. What's up, Extinction? What's up, Warhammer? Thank you for joining. Danielson. Yeah, Bo pops his head back in. He's not a quote unquote back. I don't know. But he always likes to hang around, of course. He's a good guy. Good guy. And he still plays games. And he still plays mobile games, because when you do work on the road, mobile games makes it easy. No, Pisces, I did not, but I will have an opportunity to check stuff out today on my trip to my brother's for his party. It'll be at least a good hour and 20 minutes to get there and back, so plenty of time to catch up on anything that I might have missed over these last day or two. So, but I will. I do a lot of rewatching. Oh, Extinction! Thank you. Good morning. What's up, Gary? Thanks for joining Discord.
Good morning, sir, or good afternoon.
Good afternoon, yeah, that's true. See? Did I come through, Gary? Tox isn't here.
You did come through.
Tox isn't here.
You timed it perfectly for me.
The timing is perfect. Oh, excellent, Gary.
Yeah, absolutely. Visitors and everything can all gone.
I would like a Gary stamp that says this stream is Gary approved.
Yes, Gary approved.
Yes, I think it's also Extinction approved as well. He's already put his stamp on the stream. Thank you again, Extinction. It's very kind of you. You excited for next season's main event? Well, yeah. Well, Headbanger, I'm excited for tomorrow's blog post because I believe tomorrow's blog post will outline what's going to be coming up in the next few weeks. If not, also possibly throwing in what's going on with the Divine Titans. So, if both of those things...
Fixing that chat thing.
Oh, putting chat on Gary, I've tried. For some reason, it's not working. I don't know why. I've attempted to put the chat. It's actually supposed to be up there right now, but for some reason it does not show. I have no idea why.
Not coming up.
Yeah, I mean, I've deleted. When you have your layers in, it's a little here. Sorry, everybody. There's a little bit of Streamlabs talk. But when you put your layers on there, because you can put all sorts of things on your screen that everybody's going to see that you don't see. Like right now when I look at my phone, all I see is the game. But what comes up on the stream, obviously, if Streamlabs has a few other layers, it'll have the screen, as well as chat, as well as whatever, if you have like that top-bottom bar thing and everything else. Well, I have that chat section there. It's supposed to be there. If I go in there right now, it'll show it's there, but for some reason it's not showing up on the screen. So, and I've deleted it and then re-added it, and it still does not show. So I'm not
doing the same thing.
Yeah, so I have no idea exactly why it just stopped working. But anyway, I just put 100 portal stones down because we're going to be streaming for a while. So we got to keep everybody company as we all try to make sure that we get the most that we can out of this event, which I'm hoping a majority of you, real quick, back to the rewards board, hope a majority of you at least got to 2,500, because that's 3 tokens, and 4 tokens at 4,500. And for the newer players, because I address the newer players all the time, just a quick note, not trying to tout my own horn, but I do address the newer players on a regular basis, because People think that's not true among a lot of the DOT YouTubers. Anyway, newer players, if you don't shoot for certain smaller goals and events that you're not trying to go for, you're missing out, truly. Shooting for 2,500 souls and getting 3 tokens, or 4,500 souls and getting 4 tokens, does net you some nice rewards, a little bit of fusion food with a couple of 2 and 3 star titans, and some 3 and 2 star relics, but also you get some portal stones. You always get 50 DGs as long as you're getting 2,500, and they don't move around the DG reward, but usually there is always 50 DGs in that bottom when you get the 3 tokens, plus 2 portal stone rewards. So there's also that as well. It's just good to do that, at least in every event, because when you do that, you then will bank up, because you can, and I'll show this as well for the newer players, that down here at the bottom, you'll notice that my second altar from the left, the Chilling Altar, has got 14 tokens saved. You can definitely, between events, even though these altars disappear, continue to save these tokens. So for instance, the past few events, including this one, I have been just banking them so that I can eventually go really heavy in a possible upcoming event, possibly next weekend's event. We still will see. But if it is really good and awesome and there's all sorts of good stuff in it, then yes, I will just go straight through these. Now, of course, I can't spend any in gems until I go through all of these tokens. So that is a a way of saving them. And they do go, obviously, in between events. Now, Assault events and Conquest events use different tokens, and you can also save those tokens in the same fashion. So, keep that in mind.
What's Conquest Corruptor tomorrow, is it? Corruptor?
Yeah. No, Lithatar. Yeah. I thought it was Lithatar.
Lithatar.
It's Lithatar. Yeah. The Corruptor talk was all...
So we can get some...
So, I mean, with Lithatar...
some good Earth stuff.
You might be able to get some decent Earth relics as well. We'll see what happens. Hopefully. Actually, did they list that? Didn't they list everything that was going to be in that Conquest already, or no?
They might have, I can't remember, to be honest.
What's going on, Bo? Good morning. Can you hear me, Bo? Or no? What's up, JJ? Chilling like a villain with Bobby Dylan. Am I putting out the corrupted troop info? Well, the corrupted troop info is on DOT database, JJ. You should just make a DOT database corrupted troop info video, JJ, because you're the numbers man. And I don't have time to today. So please do so, JJ, please. And then people will appreciate that. And also
what do you think?
People may not know about that all that information is out there right now.
What do you think about it anyway?
Oh, about the corrupted troops? It's going to be interesting. I mean, I've seen stuff even more. I mean, I've seen some skills already of Divine Titans, but it's not finalized. Definitely have seen some other pictures of stuff that's up and coming, supposedly, that was data mined. But it all looks really, really good and very exciting. Game of Thrones fans will be very happy, I believe.
I'm looking forward to that blog tomorrow.
Yeah, look forward to the blog, because I think that it's really going to show us more about what these Dragon Slayers are, and possibly outline the entire Halloween season. Hopefully, if they can. If they can give us like 3 weeks, be like, this is what's happening this week, next week, and the next week, and they're gonna lay down where, like, obviously Conquest is this week with Lithatar, but soon as October 1st hits, it's going to be like, boom, first event, it's going to be awesome, maybe a new relic or two, possibly a new Titan. If not, it's going to be reskilled old Halloween Titan, and then they're going to have, that's what it's going to be. It's either going to be reskilled Halloween Titans, but the reskilled Halloween Titans may fall in with, or not reskilled, but just another opportunity, like maybe another opportunity to get Reaver, not reskilled, but he's going to be at 12k, and the new Titan is going to be up in like the, low 20s or 18 or 19, something like that. So that's kind of how I see a lot of these weekend events Of course, we're going to have I'm sure, a boss raid for Halloween, which may be very interesting. People are talking possibly. That's where the dragons will be implemented, where it'll be against in a boss raid situation, where that's where we'll see the dragon animation and such and everything else, because it'll be something we have to go up against instead of something that we're able to actually use, such as when it was a summon.
Yeah, that's what I was saying last night. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be something we control. I think it'll be a boss or something like that. That's why Dragon Slayer, they could bring out the corrupted or whatever sort of troop. But I think the dragon that they have itself will be a boss of some description. Can't see dragon troops.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Never know. JJ says, hey, all go on to DOT database and check out the corrupted troops. Also, go back and watch the dev live stream from 1.5 years ago when they said they weren't going to introduce corrupted troops. There, I did my part. JJ, you're the best. What's up, Val? Thank you for joining.
Hello, Val. That's why I hate not being able to see your chat on the screen.
Captain Howdy says, hello, I have a question. Next week, I getting a new tablet. How do I transfer my account without losing it? It doesn't have a SIM card yet. Okay, what happens, Captain Howdy, is this. You have to make sure that you're logged in under, if you're Android, make sure you're logged in under your Google Play Store. Whatever. My Zalon main account is associated with one particular Google account, and on my tablet, which I created a second Google account with a completely separate Google email, that is my where my test account is. So there are two different ones. But when I want to make sure that I save my my main account, because I did just switch phones recently, is I make sure that my main phone, which I want my main account to be always transferred onto, is always under the main Google account that I use. Now, if you are iOS, I am not exactly sure exactly how that is saved.
With that.
How it's saved through that. I will try Facebook. Don't log in with Google Play, just my email. Okay, well, you have to save it some way, somehow, because you have to make sure and be safe, because when you do that, and if you're definitely getting rid of the old phone, like sending it back to them or giving it to someone else, and you really want to make sure that that account is definitely saved before you transfer everything over when it comes down to just being an active phone or tablet, whatever.
Yeah, and one more piece of advice for that, because I had a nightmare with it. Only put your main account on it first and then download the game. And then if you have other accounts, add them after you've downloaded the game and your main email address. Add them after you've put both on. I had a nightmare. I switched them over from one phone to the next, and all three of them were there at the same time. I could only access one of the accounts, and that wasn't my main.
Yeah.
Mare with it. Absolute mare. A month or so. But
Captain Howdy, you don't want to go mad like Gary. You'll be spitting your coffee out, or you're spitting your tea out everywhere.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, and I got Earthshaker on Totec, just, because it's cool.
Because you can.
Right. Well, at this point, I'm glad and happy to say that they are releasing the first generation 5 stars, because they are at this point. They're still amazing, which is great. I love the fact that the first generation 5 stars are still great relics, and they have their place in the game, even with current Titans. So I like that aspect, and I think that as they continue to add even more 5-star relics, which I believe the next 5-star relics that we will get are going to be very much leaning towards the new sorcery rangers that we get. So the subclass.
I think they'll bring
the subclass. I got to make sure we call them a subclass, because it is or just a class inside of a class with the rangers, because it's going to be specific relics for them that are going to work with them better than a lot of other relics, just so you know. So there will be, unfortunately, that still, but not as many of a relic problem. But still, I know a lot of players are still having issues with how much space they have in their inventory. And this will, again, make it still harder to decide on what relics you want to keep. But it won't be as bad as it could be if they added a whole brand new class. That's more or less how
it's exciting, though.
Yes. Yes, it is exciting. It is exciting. It is going to make a very different strategy for plenty of players when it comes down to being able to deal with these new spell debuffs and also buffs. Because haste is like a buff. You're buffing the troops to make them faster. So
which one are you going to go for? Out of those current two,
I am not going to make a decision on which one I'm going to go for until I get them both on my test account, which I will, because even if the developers don't put them on my test account, I have enough divine gems to just straight pull them both, like I did with Necrosa and Lifespark, and I'll just do what I need to do. So,
yeah, if I pushed you and said, right, from what you currently know, which one would you get?
Yeah, because I've actually only seen one of their skills. I'd have to say... I'd say Growthern. Growthern. I'd want a good defender. I'd want something even more special because everybody has Hachi. That's what I would want. And if I got Nephilinus later, I would. But Growthern, I think, would be, because he's a Venomancer with the ability to counter enemy spells, heal the allies, and slow his enemies. I think I would do that.
It's great. I love it.
Because I think Growthern is going to overshadow Necrosa on defense, so I feel like having the best defender possible that everybody's going to have the hardest time with is going to be crucial right off the bat. Because
there'll be more Titans with it won't just be them.
Well, I look at it this way. When it comes down to non-divine meta defenders, we get a handful every year. Okay? When I say a handful, it could be 3, it could be 5, This year we've had Pigsy, we've had Frigg, and we've had Hachi. Necrosa is an extra. So really it's 3, 4 if you count Necrosa. So when it comes down to who everybody's throwing on Garrison and who's the most popular wise.
Yeah, but it does make it exciting for the direction they're going in, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. What's up above below? Thank you for joining. Pause for dramatic effect. I know. I just took second place in ERU Elite for VP. I have 7.5. All right, Pisces. Excellent. Well, I wonder who's above you, though. Is it a big gap? Are you going to be able to take first? We'll see. Time will tell. So, but Nephilinus is nice, too. I do think it's going to be interesting to see how she plays. So that's why I'm interested to try them, obviously, both with my test account. Throw Growthern on Garrison and take Nephilinus out and see exactly what she's like attacking. It would be interesting. So.
Now, I've just switched devices on my TV. And I was on Sky. And I had which is our television provider, has no chat. And now I'm on Amazon, and it does have chat.
That's weird.
That's great.
Because when I'm on YouTube, there's no chat. So, I don't know. Do not know, Gary.
No, that makes me feel better.
Well, there you go, Gary. You've solved your own issue. I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Congratulations. All right.
I'm really looking forward to it though tomorrow. I am. I have to say.
that's why I'm gonna say. Well, that's the thing. There is. Oh man, I don't really have it up. There is a high possibility that I might have a rain day tomorrow from work, and if I do, I'm not taking it away from Chef. I'm not taking it away from Chef because when it drops, if Chef's on it and it drops, I want to completely. Because just like a normal day, I would want to be there, even if I have a rain day. But as soon as Chef's done, as soon as he's done live streaming, I might go live. So we'll see what happens. If I don't have work tomorrow.
So what tomorrow?
Oh, Bo, you're a bit low, Bo. Can you speak up? I don't know why. Why is that like that? Can you repeat that, Bo?
Something.
Huh. Weird.
Can barely hear you, brother.
Yeah, everybody has. Yeah, you're very low coming through on Discord. All right, he popped out. Now he popped back in.
All right. Is that better?
Oh, that's way better, Bo. Jeez. You were like down a tunnel.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Well, I've been on mute this entire time because I'm driving through an area with spotty coverage and it was going in and out. So,
So are you going to set up for work for the week?
Dude, I got a call Friday afternoon like, oh, can you leave early Sunday morning and drive 8 hours to Louisiana and work Sunday afternoon? I'm like, well, yeah, I guess I can if you're going to pay me. So that's what I'm doing. I left the house at 5 this morning. Yeah. So what's going on tomorrow? I missed something.
They put in the most recent Q&A on Friday that look forward to a special blog post being released on Monday. Now, they didn't say it's going to be Halloween stuff, but they put in the last blog post, the one that dropped on Wednesday this last week, that the next event is an Alliance event called Dawn of the Corrupted, which we don't know anything about. So I'm assuming that the blog post on tomorrow is going to be discussing what that has to include, but I believe it will also discuss a lot more of what's going to be happening for the Halloween season. Now, Bo, you remember last year for Halloween that they did the Bone Dregs, where you collect periodically these for players that weren't around last Halloween season. You had to collect.
They were rubbish.
Well, you had to collect these items. It was like Relics of War. So basically, you collect them periodically from a temple and also from events, and you would use them and cash them in for specific titans. Now, or relics. So again, it's very much like the system that they currently have set up for the Relics of War that we have constantly offered to us during every assault and every TOW and every. TOW and Assault. Yeah, both of those events are the ones that they offered them in. So.
Well, that sounds fun. When are the dragons coming?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The Dragon Slayers was mentioned in the Q&A on Friday, Bo. And there
have to be dragons in order for there to be a Slayer, right?
Right. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, so Bo, does that mean when the dragons show up? Does that mean we get at least one special live stream from your test account?
I wish.
Yeah, but you can't give us one with Game of Thrones music. Bo's got to be like.
No, but when I saw the.
Yeah, but there's also
dragon stuff.
There's also corrupted.
I thought about you and your Game of Thrones stuff. So.
Oh yeah, very true. But there's also now I showed this on the most recent one of my recent streams, a picture that was data mined showing a it looks like a new divine relic that has the ability to summon corrupted militia. So Bo, you also would owe it to the game if it was a corrupted situation along with dragons. Because then I mean, the militia, Bo, come on. it's
Militia!
time for them to rise. So
that's funny. It's hilarious because I always loved militia just because they were just disposable and it didn't matter if they died or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the same way in Eve Echoes. I'm flying frigates that are basically disposable, and if I die, no big deal.
Right. So
I was saying, Bo, that the dragons will be some sort of a boss, as opposed to being
I
troop.
heard that. I think you're right. I think we may end up with some sort of raid boss type situation with that. Or I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it's a Titan that summons a dragon troop to help defend. Like the instead of the 3 Titans on the field, it's 1 Titan and 2 dragons or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, maybe not a live stream, Bo, but if you put out a video of if it was a raid boss situation that you go in with all corrupted militia and fill the battlefield with them, that would be.
There we go. Now you're talking.
That would be classic. You'd be like, Bo's like, all right, we're gonna go in to take on the new dragon with all corrupted militia.
Sometimes your ideas go a bit too far, Z.
I know. Over the top.
OTT, yeah.
All right, back in a minute.
Okay, thank you, Bo. Well, DOT community, it's all very exciting. It is. But hopefully they will also, in this blog post tomorrow, also talk about the new Divine Titans and when they're going to be released. Maybe give us some more information, so we'll see. Oh, and now Gary's gonna. Are you gonna Jim it up? Try to get Jim on.
Just saying hello.
No, are you? Just a harmless hello, huh? All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's up, BMT?
Everyone else is saying hello to Jim, and you're picking on me.
And you're picking on me. Right? Well, where's Tox at? Although he said he'd be asleep. So, Jim, go wake him up.
I watched. Did you watch Pisces?
Oh,
video
with Chance? No, I didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance, and what's it called? I told him I'd rewatch it today. Well, I got some time. I got some travel time to and from my brother's this afternoon, so I'll have some time to listen on my way there and back today. That's what I do a lot of times when I visit Princess Z as well. Oh, which reminds me, I would have streamed a little bit earlier this morning, but I actually got a phone call from Princess Z, video call, so I got to talk to her for a while to find out how their first few weeks at school have been, which are like, I go to school on Mondays and Fridays and every other Wednesday. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, and I said, so, and she goes, and there's only 10 kids in my class, but there's really 19. I was like, okay, so it sounds like there's 10 kids, there's 10 kids there and then 9 kids there on the days that you're not there. That's basically what it sounds like. And then everything else is all through, of course, online as well. I'm like, I wonder if they're really learning anything this year, because I highly doubt it. I feel like this year is just, I don't know. I just don't feel like they're really going to be.
Great.
I don't really feel like kids are going to be learning especially elementary school kids, because their attention spans are the worst. My
youngest lad started secondary school, and it's just so different. It's absolutely crazy what they're doing.
Yeah. So
I think they're doing the best, but it's just a bit mental.
Yeah, well, I just feel like for some reason that next year, if everything goes back to a regular, 5-day-a-week schedule for school, and you go there every day, and everything's essentially back to normal when it comes down to a routine, I really wonder if for instance, if my daughter then goes to 4th grade, and they count this year as like a successful year of learning, I want to know if she's going to just be like, not prepared whatsoever for 4th grade material because really they didn't learn that much this year.
Yeah.
You know? So
the on I have two kids going to college. One's been there a year, the other's starting this year. But the online classes work out well for those guys. But for my youngest, who is starting secondary school, I don't think it's a good thing at all.
Yeah, so you don't think there's not that much information that's really being learned and actually, kept. Yeah, I am right there with you. I really don't think that the younger kids benefit that much at all from what's going on.
No, they don't, because they're not held to attention by the teacher and doing online stuff for them. Half the time they're probably playing on the phone and that sort of thing.
Watching YouTube videos. And watching YouTube live streams like Zalon. Who's not doing their schoolwork right now? Who is it? I know you're out there. If I have a rain day tomorrow, you young kids that watch my live streams, you better be doing your schoolwork.
Difficult times, though. Difficult measures.
Right. Yeah, Monty Steak and BMT, they're dabbing, which is funny because I know Monty Steak is younger and I know BMT is an old man, so it's just funny to me. Yeah, dab as much as you'd like, BMT. Dab as much as you'd like. That's right, Monty Steak. I do think out of the box as much as I can. That also helps with DOT as well, because as much as everyone wants to try to figure out maybe what's coming next or what's on the horizon, a lot of patterns, obviously, but as soon as they put something out like what they've just did during the Q&A, talking about, putting up that Dragon Slayer's logo and everything else, I mean, it's got everybody's minds thinking, oh man, there's something really good coming around the corner, and I hope we're not going to get disappointed. I have the same... because the stuff that I've seen, of course, is nowhere near the actual, total information, like exactly what everything is, what their stats are, what their skills are going to be, all that kind of stuff. So, still a lot to be seen. Time will tell. Go Dan all the way. You got to remember.
They can really come out of left field sometimes, though, can't they?
Well, yes. Now, having corrupted troops, that's a bit cut and dry, because, of course, they're already in the game. So when it comes down to what to expect there, I think it's just more or less saying, is it going to be stuff that's going to allow us to place the corrupted troops? Like, for instance, if they are just summons that are now on the bottom bar along with your other spells and you're able to place them, or are you going to get Titans and or Relics that have the ability that are just going to say at the beginning of battle, corrupted troops are summoned, or whenever an invoke spell that says whenever a enemy dies, there's a such and such % chance of them turning into corrupted troops. So we'll see how the whole corrupted rolls out, and if they go a bunch of different directions with it or not, or if there is
I've heard that many. I've heard that many ideas in a minute. Someone's got to be right.
Right. Just press the dev button? Yeah.
Press the button.
Press the dev button. Jeez. You never know. No. I know only... I only know a little bit, Gary. I only know a little bit. Not too much.
You know enough. You know enough.
I just know that just like Game of Thrones, dragons are coming. But we might have to wait a while. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Because that's the way the show worked. I mean, it was, you knew the dragons were coming, but people were like, man, it's taken years. Come on.
Yeah, I'd read all the books before.
Well, yeah. And I mean...
And then, obviously, the last couple of seasons will be on the books, so I knew everything was going to happen, really. other, most people didn't. But
Yeah. Well, okay, so like you knew about the Red Wedding before it happened, Gary?
I did, yeah, I knew all of that.
Yeah,
sort of
well,
stuff.
you realize some of the reaction videos to that are actually priceless on YouTube. Just watching, like, people would just have, like, they'd be watching on the couch with their family members, and they'd show the Red Wedding happening. And people reacting.
Yeah.
It was priceless, Gary, because people like yourself that had read the books already knew that what was going to be happening. So they'd be watching it live with them for the first time on a Sunday night, which was very traditional. Which is one thing I did like about Game of Thrones, is the fact that it still had people tuning in week to week to watch it. Because I believe with shows like that, it creates bigger hype. Right now, currently, the one show that I watch week to week is The Boys on Amazon Prime. They did it right.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, and was it because of my suggestion, Gary, or were you already watching The Boys?
No, I was already watching it.
Oh,
Don't be
okay.
silly.
All right.
I wouldn't do anything you suggested.
Oh, come on,
knows.
Gary.
Jim. Gary knows.
And Gary, you're wise beyond your years, Gary.
Yes.
Yeah, but do you watch The Boys, Bo?
I do, yeah.
No, I know you do, Gary.
No, I watched the first season. I haven't caught anything.
Well, the second season.
Lately, though.
Okay, well, it's okay because it hasn't totally finished yet. So of course you can catch up at any time, obviously. So.
Yeah. Weekly. Oh, so annoying.
No, it's cool. Come on, Gary. I think it's cool because it still gives some people something to look forward to on a regular basis. You can't ever have
it does.
You can't have everything just dropped in front of you all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I look forward to on a regular basis? Sleep.
Well, oh yes.
And then
Chicken.
a little bit later, coffee.
Yes. These things are good, Bo. These things are good as well. What's up, Sean M? What's up, King Ragnar? Gary knows nothing? Well, actually, that's something that House should say, because House wants everyone to know in the early morning. He's not here, but I'll spread the message, the word for him. The word of House here on a Sunday. House says, everyone, you don't even know. So, there we go. Precious words from House. You don't even know. King Ragnar, I've finally got 5k Divine Gems. Should I pull them from the 5k altar or should I wait for the 7k altar? I don't have any of the 5-star relics in those altars. Should I wait till I get 7k DG? King Ragnar, I believe you should wait, especially possibly tomorrow. I don't know for certain, but tomorrow there's going to be a big blog post that's going to drop that they say is, I believe, will have information about the coming Halloween event, but it may also talk about all the changes to the Divine Altars that are going to happen. And if so, you don't want to pull anything right now, and you want to just wait until that information is revealed. Because there is supposedly new divine relics coming, as well as the possibility that these current relics are going to become cheaper in Divine Gems, and you really don't want to say, oh, I could have spent a few thousand, maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe even 3,000 less Divine Gems on the same exact altar pulls when they actually drop in price, if they do so. So you really want to make sure you know exactly what's going on first, because soon as this happens, we're right on that cusp, that changing time right now. As soon as it happens, then we're set. For the rest of the year, nothing is going to change in the DG altar, guaranteed. We don't have that much time at all for the rest of the year. So obviously, maybe starting in January, February, they may change something up again. Maybe we'll see, because then
CJJ's.
They might move out. They might release. That's why I think Necros and Lifespark early next year is still very, very viable and very possible in events. And if they do so, that's when we'll see some more Divine Altar changes. But as soon as things change, which we are very much on that changing point, that's when it's going to happen. Save DGs for new dragons. They will be available in the altar for 20,000 DGs starting in November. Is that right, JJ? How do you know this, huh? Huh, JJ? Come on Discord, JJ. Come on Discord.
It's funny.
Can't be talking all that and not come on Discord, JJ. What's up, Yuki? Oh, everyone here. Make sure you thank Yuki in the chat or verbally in Discord for all of his Yuki leaks recently in all sorts of different, either on, because things, of course, were floating around line, things were floating around in band, things were floating around in Discord, so, and possibly even Facebook as well. Everyone else is making things up. Why can't I? Oh, no, JJ, we're not making things up. We're not making things up.
Thanks, Yuki.
Yes. Because if it wasn't for Yuki, we wouldn't have as much hype and as excitement for what's coming. And I think this is also what keeps. I think this is when Yuki saw this. It's like, all right, that's why corrupted troops were added to the DOT database, and we talked about that earlier as well. I think this got Yuki quite excited. So technically, they are not leaks. The info is publicly available if you know how. Winky face. This is true, Yuki. This is true. Come on, we all know those dragon videos are old AF. Yeah, JJ.
So do you think they're going to bring the mages back?
Well, that's what these sorcerers are, but they're actually a class inside of a class, so it allows them... It's just like adding new troops or doing... Because they obviously have added... that's
the time.
Yeah, but putting new troops inside of a Titan or putting mini Titans inside of a Titan. So now they're putting a class inside of a class. It's how they're getting away with certain things and not making the game seem like they're gonna break everything. So
overloading.
Yes. So that's how this whole... Like I said, we still will see some relics that are very much in tune with these new Titans, because and new divine relics that are in tune with these Titans, which makes me believe, did we skip over the 7K? Like, there's definitely I believe all the 5K relics and all the first generation 5-star relics all more or less have at least a Titan or two associated with them. But I don't believe that all the 7K divine relics have a Titan associated with them. Maybe they're going to still come out with Titans that are going to be able to work well with them, or are they just going to skip over that?
They did say that. Yeah, they did say that. They said that, coming soon will be Titans available for, but, I mean, I have Actium's arms, and I can't see how I've got it on Progenitor at the moment. I did hear something about putting it on Achilles, but, I don't think he's... I haven't looked at it, but most of them don't seem that useful at the moment compared to the Norse.
Yeah, well, Norse seems to be the most useful, but I believe with these new divine relics that are going to come out for these sorcerers, which as well, I believe there would be some other sorcerers not as good as the divine sorcerers, but will be fun. Remember, war gods, as much as they may not have been the tip-top of the meta, they were still within the meta because they were fun, great grinding, and strong Titans. So, and had uses they all had usefulness in the game, which is what majority of players want. They want to be able to get the newer Titans that are awesome, but at the same time, yes, they may not be the number one on the list. So, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I truly believe that because when we did have that, people were really upset with that style, which was we're just replacing number one attacker and number one defender constantly. That was something of
horrible.
That was something of the 2018-2019 years where they would do that, and it was just people really didn't like that style. It was not something that people really wanted to have a defender that lasted a lot longer than just a few weeks.
But if you have before Frigg, if you had a paladin and you leveling it and stuff like that, it was painful. It was painful to play, but you were grinding it out just to get it finished, and as soon as you got it finished, you just left it. No fun at all.
Yuki says, "Have my post made all the chats yet?" I don't know. I haven't. I can show another one that I know a lot of people haven't seen. I can show another one here on the stream real quick.
Inside information.
Maybe.
I like it.
You like it? You like it, Gary? Just for everybody in the stream? Okay.
I like it.
Hold on. We'll spoil you. We'll spoil you a little bit, DOT community.
Oh, aren't you good?
Yeah. Oh, it's so nice. Alright, so in the general chat. There we go. Let's see. What do we have?
Jim, you shut up. I'm getting info out of him, Jim. Christ's sakes.
Oh, wow. Now there's way more now. Jeez. Huh. Anyway, I'll look through that later. I wanted this. We'll share that one.
Monty, we don't drink Yorkshire tea, mate. We drink Lions.
we having a bit of a tiff over the tea.
Yes.
All right, we'll share this one. Bit of a tiff. All right, here we go. Ready, Gary? All right, I'll show it on the screen too because
willing and able.
I'll show it on the screen too because not everybody's probably on the Discord server, but hold on. Pop out real quick. And pop on this.
Well, I'm in game, so you may show it on the screen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Shark server. Hold on. Here's my server. All right, here. Ready? Add it from the tablet so y'all can see.
Can you define sex talk from JJ? Okay, JJ.
Can you all see it?
I've seen that picture. The token. Looks like a token.
Mm-hmm.
Relic token or something. Looks cool.
It does it does look very cool, doesn't it? Well, wait a second. Is there possibly another? No, there is. I mean, wait. Have you seen anything else, Gary?
I've seen other stuff on Discord, but there are only things like that. And we've all seen that relic-looking one.
So, there's that. And there's also maybe one more. Let me see. Because everybody saw the one that looks like a Rancor from Star Wars. And then there's this one.
That's a good idea. That's a good comment by Jason there. JJ. Corrupted and dragon symbol combined.
Right.
I like it. I like it.
All right, now here's the other one. Has everybody seen this one? That's the other one. But it's only for the people that watch the streams, pay attention, and everything else, because there's a lot of other people that either might have seen some of these things in other social channels as well, But there's a lot of players that don't get to check this stuff out because they're not in the line chats, they're not on Facebook, they're not on YouTube. So, feel privileged because I know for a fact that when we say that there's 40 to 60,000 active players on here on a regular basis, there is. And it only seems like maybe about 10, 15, 20,000 are informed up until the event actually happens. Then the other half, they just figure it out as they go. It's kind of crazy, but yeah. It's the way it is. Blue Eyes White Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yep. Game of Thrones Ice Dragon. Kind of looks like it, right? It's interesting. It's interesting. So, hope everybody's excited. Hope we're going to find some more information out tomorrow, like I said.
When did you hear me, Lord? I'm talking to myself.
Oh, are you, Gary?
I was.
Oh. It happens. To old people.
I was
to
too
old
busy
people.
telling, I was too busy telling Jim that what I don't like doesn't get in.
Right. So, it does look cool, Val. It does look cool. So we might see some of these pictures tomorrow. That's why it's getting to the point where it's very possible. These things could be coming right around the corner in the next upcoming weeks.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, because that Dragon Slayer picture that just popped up on Friday during the Q&A, I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. You know what I mean? So I was totally blindsided by that. I had no idea. So, you know.
Nothing like a bit of shock value.
Oh, yeah. And they know it, too. The developers know that players, when you put in the Q&A, when you put actually in the Q&A saying that players didn't find it yet, it's like saying, ha ha. Like, there's still more that you guys don't know about, even though we know you're data mining, even though we know you're sharing this stuff among the community. They know it.
You're saying they're laughing at us.
Yeah, they're still saying, oh, there's more, even though we know that only so much, because certain things I know are just not in the code or in the code that we can see, and they actually they have something else, something that we don't know about yet. There's still something in the pipeline.
Yuki, I said that if you need a dragon slayer, you need to slay a dragon, so the dragon will probably be a boss. Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, it sounds like Yuki's excited about this. Well, I because Yuki is a Game of Thrones fan, because used to be in an alliance called Westeros. I mean, come on now. So yeah, I believe this is something that actually has got a slight fire under Yuki going, holy crap, this is pretty cool. This is awesome. As much as we know that Yuki, after a long term of running DOT database, has seen the good and the bad. So.
Everyone likes new stuff.
Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. It's all. I think it's a lot of players and myself included think that this is a great new avenue for the Dawn of Titans team to be going down. So. And that hopefully it's done correctly, and it's not a big disappointment. That's, again, one of the major worries, that when something new and super exciting and it has been asked for a long time, we're just hoping that it's not made into something that is just disappointing.
Yeah, you hope it works.
Yeah.
For starters.
Yeah, when the hype and the ramp up, and then all of a sudden, even if it is something really cool, all of a sudden you start trying to use it and it doesn't work properly, and they're like, well, we got to update, we got a problem, you know what I mean? Like, we don't want to deal with all that crap. Hopefully it's all being worked out. Hopefully it's all being worked out now, especially if they're all working from home, you know? And they might even be working right now. There might be some people in the live stream right now that are working for Natural Motion or sitting at their house going, just working on a couple things over the weekend because we got blog posts coming out tomorrow and we don't want everything to go all haywire, blah, 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 you know? Hopefully that's what's happening right now, and you're listening, and you're thinking, we got it, Salon. We're on top of it. Everything's going to be perfectly fine.
Telling you.
I hope
you
so.
aim too high sometimes, mate.
I hope so. Because that's the thing. Some of the people there genuinely care about the game, but unfortunately to say, because, and you know how I know this? It's because all of you in the live stream, okay, a majority of people that work at jobs will tell you, and this is the thing, because a lot of people hold the developers of this game at such a high standard, and a lot of people will say, you know, when I go to my job, you know, there's all sorts of issues and problems that come up at my job, because everyone here has complaints about their job. It's some way or another, even if it's a minor complaint. No matter what, there's always something wrong with your job. So, do you think any of the natural motion people, which are regular normal people, like you go up to them, you can pinch them, they say ow, they're not robots. So you can actually, do you think they go home and they go, you know, when I go to work, I work so hard for this game, and it seems like my boss doesn't give a crap, and I do this and I do that and blah, 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 blah. Do you think any of the natural motion developers go home and talk to their significant others and have those same realistic conversations that we all have about our own jobs? And then everybody in the live stream goes, oh my God, Salon, I can't believe it. You mean they're real people? Yes, they are. Believe it or not. They are actually all real people. Some of the
real life issues.
And when you go to your job, you're going to notice that when you go to your own job, I don't care what it is, okay? Like Bo, when he goes to work, Bo cares a certain amount about his job, okay? On a scale of 1 to 10. Everybody will say 10 to their boss because that's the way you have to act. But at the most part, there is a certain level of how much you care about your job. Bo, of course, it also depends on your position and how much you get paid. So, obviously, Bo was asked to go in and work on a Sunday, and because due to his amount of how much Bo gets paid, I'm assuming is another reason why Bo is like, yeah, I'll go and do it, because he knows he might be getting paid a little extra because it's on a weekend, or it's also because he knows his salary dictates that whenever there's a major problem, he has to take care of it. And that's fine. That's the way it works. Well, in the wonderful world of working in office jobs, there are people that are getting paid more than they probably should, others that are paid less than they probably should, and a very few that are actually being paid for what they're, you know, paid at the level of what they're actually doing at their job. So, unfortunately to say, that's just the way it is. And many of you will probably say, well, I fall on either one of the, you know, I think so-and-so gets paid way more than they probably should, and they barely really do anything. And I'm on that other side of where I get paid pretty much nothing, Zalon, and I do way much more. A lot of people will fall into those types of positions all the time. And I've seen it even in my own job. So that also happens, guess what? At Natural Motion! Believe it or not, it's actually a job like all the other jobs. So when I imagine that plenty of people that actually do care about the game and enjoy the game, as well as possibly even participate in the game after work, which again, that percentage is probably fairly small because again, how many of you, whatever you do, like for instance, I'm a landscaper, okay? Now I do rent, so which means like my own, the property, like the place that I live in, anything that happens here is my landlord's responsibility and not mine. So for instance, like trimming the bushes and doing all the landscaping and stuff, when I come home, I do not say, I want to do all that, because I don't. And I'm kind of glad that I'm not really responsible for it in that sense. So when the developers are done with their job and come home, and we're all playing, remember, majority of us are all playing the game 24/7, but they come home from work, they don't care what's going on in the game after that. They probably are trying to leave their work at work and come home and enjoy their family, their friends, and their time away from work. Now, again, this is also implying if they're going to the office. If they're just working from home, like probably a majority of them still are, a lot of them are going crazy because they are around their family and friends too much. That's just the current situation, though. But, yes.
You can take a breath now.
Yes, I know. I'll take a breath.
Can we get Salon to act out that last conversation with sock puppets? That'd be awesome.
No. Zalon Dev confirmed. Yuki says. I'm just saying. It's just crazy that a lot of times the way people talk about the developers, they think for some reason that every single developer has to care as much about the game as every single one of the players do. And as much as we'd like to wish that, I wish that, whatever places that I go into, for instance, if I go into the grocery store, I want all those workers in that grocery store to care about that grocery store as much as I care about that grocery store. It's like, no, you don't. Majority of those people are teenagers and part-time workers that can care less about that place and are just there for a paycheck. It's like the expectations we have of all sorts of people in our lives that we deal with, or like, oh, I want, my favorite restaurant or my favorite bar. I want them to care about that place as much as I do. They don't. They just don't.
No.
It's because it's their job in comparison to something that they enjoy. So I just want everybody to have a little bit better understanding of how that really works, because as much as we constantly say that they should care as much as we do, they're not going to, because they're real people, just like we are. There you go. Preaching on a Sunday to the EU and the UK crowd.
I already went through all this with you yesterday. Mm-hmm. Some people have.
My job is the best. I have the coolest boss. Well, that's good, Val. But I'm sure you think there's definitely somebody at your job that gets paid more than they probably should, or somebody that gets paid less than they probably should. It happens everywhere. Or you've worked at a job where you felt that way. So just there's definitely times in everyone's lives that you have a perfect job that is amazing. Unfortunately to say, a majority of the time, they don't last. As in, like, for some reason, you could find a perfect job, and then whoever you're working for, say it's a family business, they're just like, all right, well, we've been in business for X amount of years, and we're just closing everything down. And you're like, well, crap, this was the greatest thing. So, unfortunately to say, a lot of times, even when you find the best types of jobs, they don't last forever. But sometimes you do. Some very lucky people have been able to find career jobs that they love, and they've been able to work it for a very long time. Again, it is a very few amount. It could be 5, 10, even 15% of people that you know that fall into that category. But it definitely is a more of a minority that can work 30 plus years in a certain field and tell you that they enjoyed it,
I think you've had too many sugary sweets this morning.
Oh, do you think so? Well, I did drink some coffee, so. I did have some coffee.
8 spoonfuls of it, was it?
Well, I do enjoy coffee with my sugar. Extinction, yes, she's. So she is the boss. Is that what you're saying, Extinction? I want a boss like Val. Oh yeah, she is her own boss. We'll see. I'm gonna be my own boss eventually too someday. So don't worry. I'll be there. I'll be there too, and it will be amazing. It will be amazing. I can't wait.
Well, Jim wants you to sack him.
Right? Yeah. BMT, he would get sacked. So those meteor spells, they do fall on troops, like a lot more accurately than they used to.
I noticed that, say you drop a Skelly Horde on top of Grenadiers, that the Grenadiers still are now actually getting a shot off.
Oh, they're able to get one off. Nice.
Yeah, they're able to get a shot off.
Well,
now.
I shouldn't say nice, because we're not trying to have that happen. But yeah, I know what you're saying. For defense, that's great. But
they get a shot off. Yeah. They get a shot off before, they get mullered then, but they're getting their shot off quicker. Oh, he's looking for a pay rise now for doing nothing.
I'd be getting into a lot of trouble so I can get into the boss's office if Val was my boss. Oh, Extinction! That's funny. That's funny. Extinction's like that's like being bad so you can go to the principal because the principal's a young it's like a young female principal. Like, oh yeah, I gotta definitely get in trouble now. Yeah, probably the first day. Probably the first hour. Right? Oh, that's funny. That's how you know everyone loves you there, Val. Because everyone wants to work for you. But knows that it would never
cat.
but also knows that it would never work out.
Personality clash.
Right? Any spots open for a position of office cat? Yeah, right.
Oh, Monty. She's allergic to cats. Oh, dude.
Right? Apparently no cats allowed in the office. Which means does Val still play with Panthers or no? No Panthers? That'd be funny. Val's like, I don't play with Panthers because I'm allergic to cats. Actually, I was shown today when I was on that video call with Princess Z that they got another cat. And they have 5 cats now at that house. Oh my gosh. 5 cats. They're like, we got it for free. I'm like, I'm sure you got it for free. I was like, how many cats is that now, you know? You mostly play with Panthers, Val? Let's see. That's right, Jim. Her cat house is all good. Very, very well. Very well done, Jim. Golf clap. It isn't long forgotten. Because it's your favorite month, Val. You will take unnecessary heat in the DOT community. Extra picking on because it's your favorite month coming up. So be prepared, Val. But it's alright. You know why? Because I was able to complete a quest yesterday. A quest a long time in the making. I got Val's last and final bottle of Game of Thrones. Also, in time for the Dragon's release in game. So, I now have all 3, and hopefully they will be mailed out here in the next day or 2, so that Val will receive them this week. So, congratulations, Val. Your quest is complete. Well, almost complete. So,
Took long enough.
Right? It did.
Okay, son.
What's up, Gassan?
Dragons here are wrong.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool, Gassan. What's up, X-Man? Gassan and Yuki? Yeah, most definitely. I enjoy putting on streams that allow for people all around the globe to be able to join when it's daytime here in the east coast of the U.S. You can still catch a lot of people in the in Europe and then also in the UK as well as I mean even possibly some people in down in Africa and also well also at the same time there's all the Middle Eastern countries too. They're still awake. Her birthday's coming up. Is that right, Extinction? Val's birthday? There's a 4-star Imperial defensive relic. I have pretty much all of them though at this point, just because I haven't really used many of them because we really haven't had a good defensive ice titan. Which Jim will say he wants his ice guard. He wants his ice guardian. So.
Don't tell him this, but I kind of like one as well. But don't mention it to him. Because I can't agree with him. You know that.
What? You can't agree with who?
An ice guard.
Oh, you can't agree with Jim? Oh, okay. Well, of course. We understand that. So. Yuki's saying happy birthday, BMT. October 5th.
I go down.
Oh, what's up, Godan? Thank you for joining. Maybe we'll see a Godan stream today. Maybe. Possibly.
I watched his video.
Oh, well, yeah. Godan's been putting out a bunch of content. And I believe Godan, of course, is using lots of Game of Thrones references as well. But well done, Godan. I definitely enjoy it. I enjoy all of Godan's videos. And he's an amazing content creator. But I know the live streams are usually come now and again because due to, family and other work-related things he has to do, most of the time it's videos, which are really good quality. I like them. Nice, short, and sweet, which makes it very good for all audiences, even those youngins. Godan, master of leaks! That's right, Yuki! That's right, Yuki! You know it. I remember the old Godan leaks of like 2018, 2019, where things like the SPPs would get something shown to them, and then they'd be like, don't show anything until we talk about it. And then Godan like fires off a shot quick, you know what I mean? It's like when when there's a row of guys with muskets and like one of them all of a sudden out of the group, all of a sudden his musket goes off before everybody else. It's like, oh, that's Godan. Oh, it would happen every once in a while, but it was real good. Godan was always good about that. I always enjoyed it though.
Always quick off the mark.
Mm-hmm. I always enjoyed it. Misfire. Yeah, right? Right? But I always enjoyed it, Godan. I always enjoyed it. It was always a lot of fun. We've had a lot of good times. I mean, it's been, I should say that because it's been multiple years. And there's been all sorts of things that have happened over those months. But here we come, approaching another Halloween season. And like I continue to say all during this live stream that tomorrow's blog post should tell us a lot. I am really hoping we see both the schedule for the Halloween season as well as Divine Titan information. Because everyone wants to know, am I saving? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? It's been the biggest question mark over the last probably 4 to 6 weeks, at least, if not longer. Oh, Chance is here? Oh, what's up?
Yep.
Yeah, I do. I am doing a surprise early stream. Well, I did talk about it a few times, Chance, on my last stream. Said if I didn't stream on Saturday, I'll stream on Sunday morning. Chance not listening. Tisk. It's okay, Chance. We'll let it slide this time. Yes, it has. How are we all doing in the event? 13K is my goal, though I only wanted to do 3. Yeah. I'm probably, I would say I might be approaching 3. But I was getting, I had to get 2.5 for the Soulman. But here, we'll take a look. But I mentioned earlier that the Top Alliance Atticool is even actually taking it pretty cool. No pun intended. With not even busting a million. So...
Yeah, I never looked at the leaderboard.
Yeah, I'm gonna look back again now and see exactly where everybody's fallen, but we still only have. We still have what, like 17? Yeah, 17 hours
Few
left.
hours.
Yeah, so I'm approaching 3,000 right now myself. That's on the straight grind too. So.
What am I on?
So.
Where am I?
Where are you? Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna open up the souls and embarrass anybody right now because this event's not that popular. See, if I open up, if I'm finished and I open up and show them where I'm at, and I show just a bunch of other people that finished as well, I don't think they're as upset because they're like, yeah, that's right, I finished. I did really good, you know. But I typically don't like to.
Oh,
I don't want to go down to the bottom and embarrass anybody. So,
yeah, no, that's fair enough.
yeah. Also, well, yeah, because there's plenty of people in this event that there's barely any people actually going all the way. Like I said, usually it's just a handful in every alliance, and then a bunch of people that are all working together as a team to be able to get a certain amount of souls. I would say a majority of these top 50 teams, like Hammer alone, is just 2.5K, but that's also because it's due to certain players that did go a bit higher. So it's evaluated every event. I know other teams probably have like a 3 or a 4 or 5K maybe minimum. It really doesn't have to be that high though.
I'm quite surprised actually it's quite low because I think Totec's good.
Oh yeah, I just believe that at this point there's many people that just have them already. That's all. So because so many people have them already, it seems like that majority of people are satisfied with either getting 4K gems or wait, what's the rank rewards here? Hold on.
Well, there is good stuff coming up, so
no, well, people are 4K gems, Decor, or Totec. I guess people are just all right with any of that, and you know, when it comes down to getting a second one, obviously that's not a major priority for a majority of players. So. So Yuki wants to know, so who is getting one of the new DG Titans? I think I am, Yuki. I think I am. But I don't want to say yes or no until I actually test them out. But I believe that I will be saving up for the new DG Titans. Now, I do want to know how much they're going to cost. That's a major factor. Because if they're more than 15K, if they're going to be more than 15K, and they don't reduce the price of Necrosa and Lifespark, and they make the new DG Titan 17K or something like that, it might it might change my opinion. I don't know. It would depend on how they play and how much they cost.
If they go over 15K, they can keep them. Simple as that.
Is that what you think?
15K is too dear.
So Extinction says
I think
he'll get both, and then he says just kidding. But we all know that's probably true, Extinction. You're just kidding yourself. That's really what it's coming down to, Extinction. You're probably going to get both anyway.
15K is too expensive as well. It's just too expensive. My mind's not going to change about that. I mean, I'm saving as well. But 15K is too much. When, yeah, okay, they give you what, 500 or 600 per event, but it takes ages to get to 15.
It does. I'm at 8,300 right now. It's still going to take me a while to get up there. Now.
Yeah, too expensive.
Wait a second. Tox is messaging me right now. When am I streaming? Are you kidding me, Tox? It's alright, Tox. We won't hold it against you. I'm sure you're just waking up. Jan says, no, you're not. You think you might go after the 5-star relics now? Well, Extinction, you have to wait and see what the new 5-star relics that are coming out are going to be. Because if they're going to be super OP, I don't know. Might change your mind. Extinction, all sorts of new and shiny stuff are coming out. So, you just relax. Kingstinction needs
Jim,
to...
I don't
Kingstinction
have...
needs to make sure that he remains king, and if there's dragons to be had, he has to become the Dragon King. Dragon Kingstinction. I'm sure.
Jim, I have a piggy bank. I don't have a wallet.
Right, Jim? Tox is old. He didn't see the notification. Please forgive him. He was probably sleeping. Exactly. But Gary's been holding up the fort with the luck of the Irish. All right, Tox says okay. So that means
Try me best.
he's coming. Yeah, try me best. Yeah, right. You do great. Thank you, Gary. What's up, RSJ? Thank you for joining. I'm gonna battle out for at least. I'm gonna continue the stream for at least another like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that, and then we'll probably wrap up for the day. But I do.
Piggy bank that pinks when you put a coin in his belly. Don't you take them out of the belly and you put the coin in the back?
Right, you do.
Jim, I don't know how you're approaching these piggy bank. And do you know what it's reminding me of, Jalon?
It means that Jim just takes other people's piggy banks and empties them out. He doesn't know about putting the money in.
No, it's reminding me of the pig in The Boys. I'm not going to go into the pig.
Is this the first season or the second season? Because I've only been watching.
No, this is the second season.
Oh.
Second season. The pig for the dog.
I don't remember the scene.
It was referred to 3 or 4 times. Have you watched this week's episode?
Yeah, I did.
You got to watch it again then.
I do have to watch it again.
Yeah. He has a certain type of pig. And it's not a piggy bank.
All right, see you later, Yuki. Yeah, Gassan, our predictions about new sorcerer class isn't true, but it's a class inside of a class, Gassan. We have a bit of a bonus. You have to look at it this way. Just like how they put troops inside of a Titan, like new troops inside of a Titan, and they've also done, what was it? Yeah, new troops inside of a Titan, and then they've also done, they've also gotten away from the fact that skills are, of course, associated with the particular class. Pretty much all Titans now do all sorts of different things. But, yes, we have a class inside of a class. Gassan. That's how it is. It's sorcerers inside of ranger. Because Zeus has already shown that we can have ranged magic, and it was something that was done probably as a test with Zeus. And they're like, well, still works, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
So why don't we just make more Titans that are rangers like this guy, of all times for his loading screen to come on. There you go. That guy right there. That has the ability to throw lightning spells. Or lightning. Yeah, what's up, Aventador? Thank you for coming. Active skills for Titan? Which one, Rajib? What are you referring to? New DG Titans are ranger with a special spell skills. Yeah, exactly. So, it's just but the thing is, why I say it's a new class inside of a class is because there's going to be relics that are going to be specifically made for these sorcery rangers. And you can already kind of consider the bust of Zeus to be kind of along those lines. There's definitely a few relics that are, definitely really useful for Zeus, specifically that have to deal with spell damage. So, we're just going to see probably a bit more of that. We have already seen a bunch of 4-star and 5-star relics that do include enhancing the spells. So,
Haste spells for Grenadiers would be great.
Yes.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
What's up, Jim?
All right, Jim.
What's going on, Gary?
Hello.
Oh, Tox says he missed everything. Here. Missed all the fun. Did not get notification. Sorry about that, Tox. But we know you need your beauty sleep, so we didn't wake you.
Let you lie on.
Mm-hmm.
Let you lie on.
Yeah, as long as I'm not kidding about that, he needs his beauty sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they said some time ago about new 5-stars. Yes. We're definitely getting new 5-stars, and hopefully, I believe they're going to be associated to these new sorcerer rangers. So it's going to be stuff that's going to really help them out and kind of pair up with them. Do I believe that besides the 2 that we are going to have in the Divine Altar, do I think we'll get 1 more of them during the Halloween season? I think it's highly possible. Just because it'll be a void corrupted one that'll be pretty super sick and be probably high up in the meta, if not tip top of the meta for attacking, I believe. Because I think we're going to basically just see something that's an over-the-top Osiris, more or less. But there's also the idea of getting also our Terror Invoke spell, Titan, which also can be very sweet, and we've waited for as well. And maybe we'll get a nice Guardian for Christmas, just for Jim. If we see a nice Guardian for Christmas, Jim will sing a carol in the intro of his live stream. He'll pick one out. It'll be
I'll let the chat pick it out, and I'll sing it live on stream.
Yeah, he'll sing it live on the stream for everyone if we get a good Ice Guardian. So, it'll be what's it called? Oh. I can only think of the words of the song. I can't remember what the name of the song is, but it's a Christmas carol.
Wait a minute. Did Val say please no? Please no to me singing? Well, she knows. She knows I can't sing. I can't pull.
Yeah, but it'll be still really good, Val. It'll be real good. Cause, Jim will be so cheery.
Don't make it high.
He'll be so cheery and so pepped up. It'll be so crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, she knows I can't sing. I can't sing. I got to admit that. So she's right.
Cheery Jim is scary enough.
Right? Well, it'll be similar to when Ebenezer Scrooge found out that he should be a lot nicer to everybody else, and that if you're nice to everybody, that everything else works out better for you. So
that's funny though. She's like, please no, don't have him sing anything but that. I'll donate money. That's kind of funny right there.
It is kind of funny.
Tox, what are you doing, man? You got your beauty sleep. Jump on Discord.
Right. Well, RSJ says, what is this Dragon Slayer? We're probably seeing, hopefully, between Titans that have, like, sorcery-type skills, hopefully we're going to see some sort of dragons in the game. As in either, like, a raid boss situation or a, assault situation, because assault can be done the same way. It's just obviously different levels with different dragons. When I say different dragons, they can use the same animation, but change the color of the dragon and change the element of the dragon. Ooh,
I like that.
Who comes up with the good ideas? We'll hear this on other people's streams as original ideas. Remember, we will later.
It might be like dragon troops or something.
It could be. It could be. But if you did like, for instance, a fire dragon, an ice dragon, you can do ones of all different elements and have each level.
That would be cool.
Each level that you go in is going to be obviously different, so you're going to have to be like, all right, to take down the ice dragon, you're going to have to use like a fire titan. That, you know what I mean? Like whatever counters whatever the dragon's element is, and also you're going to want to have the defense to whatever that, you want your troops' defense to be resistant to whatever element that dragon is. So
right.
That'd be interesting.
I like that idea.
There you go.
like
And I just
that
came up with
idea.
that. Just saying, I just came up with that just now. But we'll probably hear other people mention that later and be like, that's a pretty good idea. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
That's the only reasonable one you've come up with today.
Today.
I still
today.
think the next event's going to have one of these new Titans with whatever they're going to come with them. I'm not saying dragons. I'm saying I think we're going to get one of these new Titans.
I think one of these new Titans with corrupted troops. I wonder if the corrupted troops are going to be something different than the regular troops that we have right now, or if they're going to be corrupted troops of because whatever that thing that looks like a Rancor from Star Wars has the Omega symbol next to it. It has the Omega coloring in the background of what is put in it behind Omega troops. So with that said, I honestly believe yes, we're getting some sort of new Omega troop, but the thing is it going to be a corrupted something, or is it just going to be something? You know what I mean? Like,
Could be on a spell. Or
it could be on a spell like Raise Dead. Raise Dead is a spell, but a troop. It could be a new spell that brings an Omega troop. That'd be interesting.
It could be on the prestige level once you unlock the prestige.
Well, yes.
Kind of like Nergal does.
Yeah. Well, no. You mean Nergal is mini Titans.
In that same line, or if he loses so much health or troops or die,
it's
then
an
it
invoke.
spawns
Ares,
corrupted.
Isn't it Ares that brings the Spartans? You mean like that?
Yes, Ares brings the Spartans, yes.
Yeah, you mean like Ares bringing the Spartans along. I think that would be very much the case, where they can introduce a new troop without actually adding a new troop. I think that's going to be something that they do from the now on, which I truly don't have a crazy problem with that, because it doesn't make it so that they can still add new troops. And I think I did mention this too, that we were going to get 2 new troops this year. This is our second new troop of the year, where it comes along with an invoke. Yeah, we're not getting new troops as in like a main troop.
It's not really a new troop.
A new troop. Well, we can't. The thing is, though,
I'm not giving it to him either.
All right. But I'm just saying. We don't have room for more buildings in a lot of cases. So players are not. They cannot continue to add. If they added 2 new troops, I know they didn't add a building for Horde last time, and they could probably get away with that. I just don't know how many more troops they could put in the main building without it having a problem. I don't know. Or if it's not.
Now you're just backpedaling.
We'll see. I'm just saying we're getting. It looks like 2 new troops this year, whether they're inside of an invoke skill or not. See.
Yeah, I don't give you credit for that. No. When you say new troops, new troops as in lineup, like Horde, Storm Maidens, those are new troops.
All right, we'll see, Jim. Maybe we will get a new troop. You never know.
Yeah, if we get 2 new troops here before Christmas, I'm going to have to sing another song for you.
You might get one. You might get one, Jim. So.
One maybe.
You might get one.
But I've heard the same thing, though. 20,000 divine gems in the altar coming in November. I agree with JJ.
Yeah, Dragon Slayer. Yeah, that's crazy that one of the 5-star relics is called Dragon Slayer. So, will the Dragon Slayer relic be really good again? Just because? Time will tell.
It's not too bad, Dragon Slayer. What's the one that's awful? Shadow Dancer.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's what. Maybe that'll be the next.
They changed it, didn't they? Didn't they change Dragon Slayer? Can't remember now.
Yeah.
I think they did. I can't remember what they changed it to though. I've never had that relic.
Daenerys. We gotta get some more Game of Thrones stuff added to the game. Yeah, we need.
Shadow Cancer. Oh dear.
Oh, he pulled that yesterday. Extinction says. Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah,
Oh,
he did a 2,000 DG pull and got Shadow Dancer. It was like crickets. You could hear crickets on the stream.
Oh wow! Now, what other 5-stars does he? What other 5-stars does he have, or was that his first one?
That's it.
I can't remember, to be honest with you, because Val actually asked him that question. I can't remember what his answer was.
Yeah, Dragon Slayer is great.
But with it, just like I told him, I said, level it up, bring it to max level. They're bringing out new Titans, new skills, and everything else all the time. That relic will be relevant on one of your Titans. And guess what? You'll have it already maxed and ready to go when they bring one of those new Titans out, that's going to be good on, and then everybody wants that relic, and you already have it maxed.
Well, yeah, I don't tell anybody to fuse away any 5-star relics unless you have copies of them and you don't care. Then that's up to you. But because I did get to that point with Night Whisper, I got a 5th copy, I think, at one point, and I was like, I'm fusing that away. I'm like, into a really good relic, though. I made sure it was a very, very good and useful relic that was going to last a very long time.
Right.
So like a 4-star Elemental Grasp, like a relic like that, or something along the lines of an extremely useful relic that I knew that I was going to get a lot of bang out of the forging. So
I'd never do it.
I didn't need more than 4 Night Whispers. I mean, come on.
Well, you might need them in the future.
Yeah, that would be like saying, hey, Val, just go ahead and keep all 7 of those Shadow Dancers you got. You might need 7 of them.
Yeah. No, you don't. You don't. There is a certain limit. There's a certain limit on... I mean, even right now, I mean, with Titans, yeah, I have, like, sometimes 3 copies of one Titan. One is, of course, probably one that I either leveled up and is, has uses, and the other 2 are just for prestige whenever anything like that comes around. So
well, you wouldn't mind 4 or 5 Night Whispers right now, would you? Sagunga, Nurgle.
Oh, like I said, I have 4 Night Whispers. I'm all right with 4 Night Whispers. If I need any more Night Whispers than that, then I'll grab them from if they're available in events. And I didn't this last time, so.
Well, the thing about that too, if you got 5 Titans and you want to use that 5th Titan that doesn't have a Night Whisper, there's one of those other Titans you're not using. Just transfer the Night Whisper over.
Yeah, most definitely.
You can only use one at a time.
Yeah. Well, I honestly believe having, especially if they're, like for instance, Earthshaker, having 2 of them is great because having 2 of all 5-star relics except for certain ones like Shadow Dancer, but having 2 of every 5-star relic isn't really bad because you never know when that 5-star relic will be what you want to have on defense. And then you're like, okay, now I don't have that 5-star relic for offense if I'm working on a new Titan. So, for instance, Earthshaker, say I'm using it on defense, and then I get a champion Titan that I want to put Earthshaker on for offense, and I can't. So having 2 is actually pretty good if you're planning ahead for certain situations.
Right.
But besides from that, though, having more than 2 of any 5-star relic is truly not necessary, but if you have a lot, like, say, for instance, Infiltrators has definitely had a bit of a boom year, if you want to look at it. We've had a lot of really good Infiltrators this year that a lot of people have been super excited about, which is great, because the class needed a bit of a boost, in my opinion. So, yeah. You having a bunch of Night Whispers, especially for some players that have only gotten 1 or none in their time that they've had the opportunity to grab them, I totally get it. I've been like that with other relics. So thanks, BMT. Maybe Dragons and Company are Titans in battle as a pet? That could be something. I don't know. I know other games have stuff like that.
Like a mascot?
Well, like as if for some, it's like having say for instance, and if they were all different, say you had a dragon where you get them and they're small, because they're level 1 through 20. They're a small dragon, and then they're a medium-sized dragon from 20 to 40, and then from 40 to 60, they're a large dragon, and their skills would level up as they level up, and also too, now that your Titan may be level 60, this is all coming off the cuff right now, okay? I'm making this up as I go along. If your Titan was level 60, and say you had this pet dragon, your Titan XP, of course, is going to them instead of your maxed out Titan. It could be a solution for that issue. That would be pretty neat, actually. Of course, they would be with you in battle, and of course, they would help you. And they would have, of course, a whole bunch of skills and possibly even a relic slot for you to be able to put certain relics on them as well.
The relic thing is interesting, isn't it, for the new guys? Like, we've all got lots of range relics, and some of them aren't Titan or elemental specific. Correct. So, that there's quite a lot of those around. So it will be interesting to see which way they go with the relics.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited for this next event to see what it is, just because of the name of the event, and we know there's corrupted troops coming. Whatever form they take, an invoke or in a spell or on a ring or in a relic or something. So
this could be the beginning of a series of corrupted troop events, which means the first one comes this week.
I imagine we do, yeah.
And we see a couple more over the next few weeks, whereas whatever Titan is released, corrupted troops is also included along with them.
Yes.
Correct, JJ. Yeah, there will be one for every troop type, I'd imagine.
So this is why so many Zalon predictions come true. He just makes up the most stuff, and eventually something will be right. I don't know, JJ. That could be true. You never know.
Speculation, JJ. It's fantastic.
I do like when I hear certain ideas that have either been brought up by myself or other people on the stream, and we discuss it. And then we hear those ideas rotate around the community. Like, I just see stuff mentioned by other people, and I know they were on my stream or they were on other people's streams where we discussed ideas, and it's just awesome to see that, where eventually we say, and a lot of times you'll hear it, and a lot of different DOT YouTubers say, it's been what we've been asking for. And it's just because certain ideas just continuously roll until we actually get them. And it has to deal with all of you. It has to deal with Gassan. It has to deal with... I don't want to mention every DOT YouTuber right now. But it does. It has to deal with all the DOT YouTubers consistently either bringing up ideas, having people in Discord, having people in chat, and constantly rotating those ideas until they become a reality. And we actually get the things that we truly want to see happen in the game. And Dragons was one of them. It's most definitely something that we've mentioned for a while. And we were blown off for quite some time. Like we were as if the DOT community was showing up at Not Natural Motion Store to try to sell cookies, and they were like, we don't want any. That's how we were blown off for Dragons for so long. It was.
But what I've been thinking about Dragons though, a lot, and I know everybody's, this is all hypothetical, and we all love the theory craft and stuff on different things coming in the game. The only thing that I was thinking about Dragons though is, and any mythological or lore or anything, dragons are always the oldest, the wisest, the strongest. They would have to nerf them so much.
D&D again, yeah.
What's that?
D&D again.
I'm just saying that anything that you've ever played with dragons, they've always been the oldest, the strongest, the most powerful. They spit fire, they spit poison, ice. They fly.
It's because they're huge.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How are you going to incorporate that? You're going to have to nerf their skills,
or make them a raid boss. Make them a raid boss. It's really because anytime we've seen,
it'll be a boss.
Every time we've seen all these raid bosses, they take the Titan that's the raid boss and they give them exorbitant, ridiculous skills that are never in the game as the regular Titan, because they have to. Because if they don't, the boss will get killed so quickly, like super quick. So,
and
we still take the raid boss down fairly quick. a lot of players will say, well, Zalan, we still take them down real quick. Well, if they didn't do what they already do, you would take them down even quicker. It would seem like a ping pong raid. So... maybe they should upgrade some of these new golden 5-stars before bringing in new. Yeah, either that or just bring out Titans that actually pair well with the golden 5-stars, because it doesn't seem like we have many that do at this point. Many Titans pair very well with the Norse relics, and of course the first generation relics, because they're troop buffing relics, pretty much pair with a majority of new Titans that do come out as well, and older Titans. Throw enough darts and eventually you'll hit the bullseye. That's very true, Seth Roth. This is all very true.
I saw that, but I was like, I'm not going to read that. I just put it loud.
This is true. This is true. Maybe they should upgrade. Oh yeah,
I didn't even read it.
You need to go to a new world to kill the guild boss. We'll see. I mean, maybe they will create a new map for the dragon bosses. That would be interesting if they did.
They just pop the little land out again for a different event and.
Oh well, yeah, of course. If it's raid boss, it's still going to be it's still going to be an island in the middle that you got to attack. But I'm just saying the map that you play with the dragons may be a specialized map for them, so that they obviously.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool as well.
You know, I would imagine that would be the case because it seems that making new maps is not a hard task. I'm not saying it's not hard. I'm sorry. It seems to be a regular task for certain people that work there. So I'm going to say that on a regular basis, certain designers, that's what they do is make different maps. And yeah, we did get a major rollout with new stuff recently. You know, with what was it? Was it new assault maps or conquest maps? One or the other. I forget which one it was. Or no, Theaters of War maps? I don't know. It was one of the other specialized events along with new event maps. I mean, new regular, what is it, level 22 to 25 lands. So I know making maps is definitely something that's on the regular agenda there. So I would believe it would happen.
Sephiroth, give over, will you?
Expand the inventory. Oh yeah, okay, Gassan. You need more inventory for relics. I'm assuming, possibly even Titans at this point because Prestige made it that way. Expand the inventory. Yeah, expand the inventory. Send the question in the Q&A, Gassan. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, hopefully they will answer it soon because it doesn't seem like it made it this last week.
Well, an alphabetical A to Z. If they want to do ABC. You know, and the relics would be so much better. It's what I suggested at the very start. They said they were changing it. It should have been alphabetical, not with the 4 stars, 3 stars. It takes ages to go through to the middle.
Yeah. and don't have a relic you need. It's all the way at the end.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the end is
just
better.
Be easier. Well, yeah. Just be easier to skip to the 3 stars and then just go backwards.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to do 4 more battles, and then I'm going to wrap it up. I do appreciate everybody joining. We could have dragons. A 2-star could take on 4 troop slots, 3-star 6 troop slots, and 4-star 8 troop slots, then balance the health and damage accordingly. Interesting. Interesting idea.
It could be an alliance thing. Whole alliance. Smack up a dragon.
Yeah. That could be the case. And also melee troops can't hit the dragon. Only ranged troops can reach them because dragons are in the air. That's interesting.
Salon, you can't quit. I still got 3 more hours to drive.
No, I have to. I have to, Bo. I have to.
He's got to go.
Yeah, I got a couple of things I got to do, and I've already hit the soul. I'm at 3,100 souls, I think, right now, or something like that. And then I'm also I'm over on the VP as well, and it's okay. I mean, I don't care. I'm just want to keep on getting more battles and maybe get a little bit farther along on the rewards.
Do you know where you are? I'm not. I'm right above you.
You're right above me? How many souls you got more than me?
All right, I'm gonna drop off now. I got a call coming in. See y'all later.
All right, later, bro. Thanks for being
See
here.
you, bye.
Later, bro.
I've got one more battle done than you, and that's probably it there now. Now you'll be on the exact same as me.
Gotta beat Gary. What's up, Sparrow? Or make a world boss. Interesting, Winfred. A world boss. That's interesting. If it was a if it was a league boss, and each one of the alliances had to, you know what I mean, like have a combined score. Each alliance would have so much damage.
You're going crazy again.
How much damage you can get on the dragon? It'd be insane. A league boss. Who came up with dragons in DOT? Above, below, it was something that was already in the game before the game launched worldwide. It was something that was in beta. So the game was in beta for roughly 2 to 3 years. And then the game was released. And even before beta, there was a few years of the game development. So that's why they say the game is close to a decade. Because 4 plus 3, 7, plus another 2, 9. Maybe 9, a little over 9. So that's why they're saying they're approaching a decade. So, anyway. Definitely was a spell, summoned. Godan showed it in one of his most recent videos of how they were summoned. Because it's literally a video of a person taking a video of somebody playing on their tablet. So it was during a lot of trial periods and testing of the game, because it definitely does not look like that anymore. It's also when there was a lot more troops in battalion units, and even also Goliaths weren't single units, they were 4, I believe, and like the way Omegas are now. And Panthers weren't single units either, I don't believe. So there was a lot more troops on the battlefield back then. So the dragon video must have been real, but they held back. The dragon video that Godan showed is real. I mean, but it was during a period of time when the game was still in a lot of development during the beta stages.
Very old.
It was during a dark time before the worlds collided.
Yeah, right.
And mankind took over.
Oh, you need to do adverts, Jim.
Right.
You gotta do adverts, man. Coming up next.
Yeah,
coming next to Dawn of Titans.
Right.
Dragon Slayer.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
No.
With the evil.
You're gonna go full Freddy Krueger, man.
Right. Yeah. What will come up next that Jim has to sacrifice every single Titan he has for, and prestige it all the way up.
Wow.
You know, it's going to be crazy. Well, that's the thing, too. I mean, as much as I am, of course, and everyone else has been holding on to a lot of Titans for prestiging, we could easily see a bunch of Titans that are released here over the Halloween and the anniversary and the Christmas holiday. So over the next 3 months, we could easily see a bunch of Titans that are all worth prestiging. I'm sure the developers have worked on a lot of the prestige skills to hopefully make them enticing enough that players want to max the Titans out and prestige them. They've done, I believe, a very good job this year at doing that, because there are plenty of the newer Titans that have been released that everybody wants to prestige them. At least to level 1.
Yeah.
Man, that's all I want for Christmas is an Ice Guardian.
Okay. That's the song you have to sing. So
a nice guardian called Val.
Right. All right.
Sorry, Val, if you're still listening.
All right.
Couldn't help it.
Only one more battle. I can just keep going forever, but I got to get going. During beta, dragons was an automatic win, so they were removed. Oh, an automatic win. Oh, yeah. See, in that video, I did remember seeing those flames come out of the dragon. The triple, like, it's like a hydra with multiple heads. And it, like, blew everything away on the battlefield, it seemed like. So, yeah, I can see why it would be an automatic win.
RSJ, I wouldn't mind if we got Progenitor back, if he was a true... I mean, as long as it was good skills. He had garbage skills, you know, that's what made him so bad. He couldn't defend against anything. Because along with the regular Imperial troops, you got the Omegas, you got 5 Omegas and everything, so, you know, I wouldn't buy Progenitor as long as they reskilled them. They got to do something different with them.
Jeff said, I'm a dev. We're watching.
Look, I found a little Monty Snake in a box emoji. Yeah, that's pretty neat.
What, a little cat in a box?
Yeah, it's a little cat in a box. Alright. Active skill for a Titan that could turn that Titan into a dragon for a short duration. Interesting.
Ooh, shape-shifting Titans.
Well, what about ones that go from fire to ice, or ice to fire? That'd be interesting. Oh, now everybody's doing the... Oh, look at that. Gassan busted out the monkey with the hat. That's funny. I wonder who chose all those. Seems like just a bit of a random mess of emojis in there. Just letting my Imperials get slaughtered here, so that's just how we roll.
Somebody got paid a whole lot of money to put those on there, though.
Right. How about Fire and Ice? Yeah, well, yeah, Fire and Ice has been a very popular type of event style that has been seen a few times in Dawn of Titans.
They've even had events called Fire and Ice.
Yep. This is all very true. All right.
If I'm not mistaken, you had to pick one, and...
Well, no, the Fire and Ice event that happened like 2 years ago. You either got Ice event or you got Fire event, and then they switched the next time around.
That's right, they switched, that's right.
Which means that there is things in the game, because we know that is possible, that the game can remember things that you've had in the past, events. You understand? The whole theory that Jim and Tox have had about having 5-star altar, divine relic altars that know what you've had in the past and can give you the options in the future. Does that not kind of prove that that's possible in the game when they've had events where it's randomized between two options and they know which option you've had before, so they know to give you the other one next time?
Oh, I knew they could do that before. I mean, just like when they said they can't make changes to your account once stuff is in there. Well, we all know that's not true. They can make changes to your account at any time, to any relic or any Titan.
Yeah, Loki's the prime example there, isn't it? Got poison well after.
Or how about when they had that Theaters of War, when they first brought those XP bottles out, and it was given just ridiculous amount of XP for those bottles. I go in and I'm collecting a bunch of them, doing a bunch of theaters, and then they go and go into my relic inventory and change them all.
Yep.
As they did with everybody else.
Yeah. That's when they were like 1 out of 20 or something, wasn't it?
So I don't know what it was. I don't know exactly what XP they give for those 3 stars or those 2 stars that were dropping.
Yeah.
But apparently it was way too much than they originally wanted to give.
You got
I got a bunch of them that I built up because I was like, oh, the hell with this. So I just kept doing the theaters, just refreshing my theaters to get as many as I could. Now, a lot of people like Truth. he stopped at a couple, and then he started using them, which was the smart play, as it turns out, because all the ones that I built up in my relic inventory, they went in and changed, which I don't think was right. If they wanted to stop it, they could have stopped them, give them out of the theaters, but don't go in and change mine. Where I already spent gems on getting them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Salem brought up something interesting. It says something about going to do your adventure battles, and that you will get that they have corrupted troops in there, and they glow purple. So let's go take a look at that. I mean, I did see somebody posted a YouTube video that had supposed corrupted troops in it, but all the colors were messed up in the video, and that's the reason why that the
certain... I don't mind.
But let me check. I want to see that.
I don't mind on my mini. Just before you came on, and I didn't see any of that.
Let's take a look. Mossmane.
Where'd you get all those lands from?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I get them from
You've been out stealing off people.
No, I'm not. Like I said earlier, I got them all from the middle. I just refreshed lands, that's all. So there's no corrupted troops here. These are just all Panthers. Why? Where in the adventures, Salem?
You're still behind me anyway.
Yeah, I'd like to know where these corrupted troops are in the adventures. These are all going to be Panthers too. With the large Panthers that spawn. Okay. Alright. Well then, let's check it out. We'll just go to the highest ones. Figure they're...
Yeah, you run it. I didn't notice. I wasn't looking for it, but there's nothing but
Let's take a look. I'm interested now.
Now I come to think of it, the large Panthers were...
The Mossmen grow in power. They've summoned corrupted Panthers to prove their might. Well, yeah, obviously that's what they... This is all the regular story stuff we see in the adventures, but let's just take...
Yeah, I done it earlier on, and now that I think of it, I think the large Panthers were...
He's glowing purple right now. See?
No. Because you're still on Hachiman. Oh, yeah. I never even noticed. I was kind of watching telly and just auto-raiding.
Watching the telly.
Watching the telly, having a spot of tea.
Mm-hmm.
Having a spot of tea and a Jaffa cake, and as soon as the alarm goes off, I'm going to go and get some more. You streaming tonight, Jim?
I wasn't going to. Is there anybody else? Is there anybody streaming tonight or this afternoon?
Don't know.
Wait a minute, Val. What about Val? She said she was going to be stream. She said she was going to stream.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she's all set up for it, but
there's another one. Purple.
She said soon.
Like a developer.
Yeah, just like a developer. Oh, just like a woman soon.
Oh
yeah. Jim going with that jab. Late stream.
Dangerous.
Hey, she threw an uppercut earlier telling me please no to my singing. She threw an uppercut.
Hey, my stream is broken still, Val says. See?
And then she yelled at me, see? See what you guys do?
Mm-hmm.
You get her all riled up.
Okay.
Look at that. Purple. Well, I don't zoom in on mine. I always keep it out, man.
Well, I might, Tox, you're on here. What are you doing, bud? You want to, maybe I will stream for a bit. I got to jump off of here and do a couple things, but, maybe I'll stream in like an hour or so.
I'll be going to work by then, bud.
Oh, that's right. You're going to work. Well, I might be flying a solo one today. So anybody is welcome on Discord, but maybe I will stream for like an hour or so today.
Nice.
I'm trying to get my name out there more now, get some more subs, and maybe I'll be worthy enough one day to be put on the content creators
list. Worthy, Jim, worthy. Oh, you are.
I'm not worthy.
I'm not worthy. Oh, jeez.
I told them if an Ice Guardian comes for Christmas, I'll sing a song on one of my streams at Christmas time, Talks.
Jim, you just pee your pants, you would.
Because all Jim wants for Christmas is an Ice Guardian. An Ice Guardian. An Ice Guardian.
Oh, Lord, lads. Will you turn it in?
All right. Turn it in. All right, everybody. I refuse to stream again until dragons are released, just like Zalon said. Oh, jeez. Oh, JJ.
JJ's been a little salty all day.
No, but JJ's been putting out good content like he should, and everyone should be extremely happy because it's been really good. I've been happy. JJ, after you see the blog tomorrow, JJ will be happy. He'll skip around a little bit. He'll click his heels. He'll be all right.
Well, I hope the information is all in that, like, when it does come out, I hope there's all that information in there, like you think it's going to be, because that'll at least give us the information we need to know about a bunch of stuff. And I do think that it's going to have I think this week's event's going to be a good event.
Yeah, it's going to be a good event, and JJ, it's going to be super important to know exactly what the breakdown is ASAP. I'm sure many players are going to be very excited, because I really do hope, I'm like 70-30, that everything's going to be on the up and up, and we should be getting like a new corrupted Titan, as well as possibly a reskilled or possibly non-reskilled old Halloween Titan as well. So just think of that as your Void Prestige food. So keep that in mind. So one way or another, I think this weekend's event's going to be super awesome, but we'll see. We'll see. Blog post tomorrow. Maybe a video, maybe a live stream from me. We'll see what happens. It's all possible. But I'll definitely be there on Chef's stream when he busts it out, though. I know he will. So, DOT community, I do appreciate everybody for joining. Thank you, Extinction, for your donation today, and everybody on Discord, especially Gary, for being on the whole time, and Jim and Tox for also jumping on, and Gassan for listening. I do appreciate it. Everybody in chat, have a great rest of your weekend. And Lawrence Wicks, I'm sorry, but you caught me during the sign-off. But great live stream for you to re-listen to. Don't worry. It's very good. And some more cool things were revealed as well. So anybody that's just...
Thanks for the stream, Z.
Yeah, so no problem. Yeah, it's okay. Next time, Lawrence Wicks, which could be a day away, maybe 2. All right. Have a good one, DOT community. And I will talk to you all again very soon.